And I mean, we've been at home in our PJs for 2 years, so has it been 2 years?
Nice to take a shower, right?
Yeah, it is. So this is so fun. I mean, I'm just psyched.
Well, yeah, you have to be jazzed about. You have to be jazzed about going back to work and this music that you're so excited about and actually getting to play it for people getting to hear it. I mean, that's why you do it, is so that it can connect with your fans.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it about you guys that you can't keep a band together?
Yeah.
Whose fault? If you had to
tell
pick
us.
one of the three of you, whose fault would that be?
Me.
You?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh, it's too
I
bad.
ruin everything.
Is that not how you wanted to handle that, Haley?
Oh jeez. I mean, I thought we held it together all right.
You
did. For a minute there, it was like, oh no.
I've read interviews about the doubts that came into,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, maybe we had a good run, maybe that was it.
Yeah.
The
I
whole
mean, I think it's like that no matter what band you're in, and even if it's everything's good all the time. You just know, some mornings you wake up and it's not a good day.
Right.
Other days it's the best day ever. I don't know. It was definitely hard at first, but we had to keep it in our minds. Move forward, move forward, move forward.
And
we
today
did.
when you woke up, knowing that you were coming to the Kevin and Bean show,
That was the greatest day.
it's a terrible
I was
day.
like, oh my god, birds woke me up.
Okay.
Well, you're very smart to not take it for granted because you never know how it's going to run. I mean, some bands they burn real bright, real fast, and then the other bands stay together for decades and decades. But it does seem like everything I understand is from where you're at right now, today, everything's like coming up roses. Like this is a great time to be in Paramore, it seems like.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it kind of feels like we just joined this band and we're starting from scratch. It's really nice. I don't think a lot of bands get that chance, that feeling. We've been playing music together for like almost 10 years together, and this feels like day one.
Like you're starting over.
Yeah,
That's nice.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this record because it's coming out on April the 9th. First, let's start with the title. Should we read anything into the fact that it's just called Paramore? Is that a statement, or are you guys just super lazy?
Both.
It's both.
Both?
No, it was definitely a statement. I think when we were recording, we all sat down on the couch and we were like, all right, time to talk about record titles, which is always like so stressful. And like before anything hit, it's like, all right, guys, I just have an idea. And it was it being a self-titled record and just making a statement that, a lot of bands do that. They're, maybe their first record.
Yeah.
And so I think for us, it's like, well, we want people to know that we're still Paramore and we actually feel more of Paramore than maybe we've ever been in the past.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely a statement.
You're just not sure what it is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right. That's good.
After all the changes in the group and then having so much time between records number 3 and 4, did that change the kinds of songs that you ended up writing for this record?
Yeah. I mean, Taylor might be better to talk about that, where some of that music stemmed from, but I think we did try. There were days that we tried to write your typical Paramore song, and I think some of the songs definitely just sound like Paramore. It's unmistakably us. But then I think we really wanted to push ourselves too, to just be the band that we knew we could be, and all the things that we wanted to try and experiment with, and I don't know. It was really just about being open-minded and trying everyone's ideas and never saying no to anything without trying it
Do you feel
first.
boxed in sometimes by your past, by the fact that you have a sound that people are familiar with and expect?
Not anymore.
Yeah, we did. I
You
think
did for a
at
while.
the beginning.
Yeah.
We definitely tried to, like she said, we tried to write Paramore songs, and we just weren't inspired, And then I think it just dawned on us like, okay, well, we have 3 records of those songs.
Yeah.
We can always play them live, and
Right.
that
Those
doesn't
aren't
mean
going
that-
away.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we're not going to play energetic music, but I think it was definitely like we need to progress. There needs to be an evolution.
So now it's 17 tracks of dubstep.
All right.
Just kidding.
Dubstep, yeah.
Stop it.
If you are just joining us here on the Kevin and Bean Show, the voices of Paramore are what you are hearing. The new record is coming out on April the 9th. We're going to be world premiering a brand new single here in just a few minutes that is called Now. I know we're going to be playing the whole song in a minute, but can I just play a taste of what we're going to be hearing here? Because I think you guys are going to be surprised if you don't know what to expect from Paramore. Check this out.
Balls, 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 balls,
Sounds really good.
That is me.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely me.
I didn't think we were releasing that single.
You guys are going in a
Wow,
different
that's a hot
direction.
track.
Yeah.
Sounds really good.
Really going in a
Hope you
different
guys
direction.
like it.
It's my favorite subject matter.
Taking over the world.
Tell us about Now and why this is the first single.
Well, That song. Ooh, it
You mean
felt-
this song?
Balls, balls, balls,
Yeah,
balls,
yeah,
balls,
that one, yeah.
balls, balls,
wow.
balls,
We were
balls,
just
balls,
really
balls.
inspired,
great
by balls.
Really good track.
It's from the top.
Whose original
Gonna
idea
be on
was that?
top. Gonna be on top of the world.
No, I'm sorry.
Your
that
actual
song.
song. Now,
I mean, I think it felt so good to write that song. It's just about sort of reaching forward and claiming victory over whatever is to come. You know, you know that something's out there waiting on you, and it's really good, and you just claim it. You know, you have to believe it before you see it sometimes, and that's definitely what we did with this album.
And last week you already shot the video for it, right? Tell me about that.
Yeah, we shot it with this guy, Daniel Cloud Campos.
Yeah, he was awesome. I hurt my shoulder
you hurt your shoulder.
because I had
What were
to,
you doing?
I had to tackle someone that was twice my size, and I've never tackled anyone in my life. I tried to when I played football, but I missed.
Sure. So you didn't play football long?
No, I was a kicker.
Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah. So
God, who admits that? How brave are you? Who admits that they were a kicker? Seriously.
You should have kicked him.
well, that's why I play music. I think.
Just say I played football and let people assume you were the quarterback.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
But what's going on in the video? Is it futuristic or sci-fi or what's it like?
It feels like a bit of all of it. It's kind of post-apocalyptic. It's kind of sci-fi. There were times I felt like Lilo from Lilo.
No,
Lilo?
Lilo.
Sorry, I got my head at Disneyland right now. There were times I felt like Lilu from Fifth Element, and there were times that it was like Resident Evil vibes. I mean, it was really cool. It just very different for us and
Very cool.
very active.
All right. Well, we can't see the video yet, but we can hear the song that we're talking about. It is called Now,
We already
and we are
heard
going to world premiere it, and we are going to come back and talk more with Paramore, including the kicker, right after this on the Kevin and Bean Show on K-Rock.
Come on. Brand new music from
Yeah.
Paramore on the world famous K-Rock 106.7 KROQ.
And we are here with the band Paramore in studios on the Kevin and Bean Show right now. Again, that is called Now, and the new album is coming out on April the 9th. So besides making the record, you guys have been gone for a long time. How do you spend the time off when you have that much of it?
In my pajamas.
You said that, but do you really?
Yeah.
For a
You just-
couple of years?
Are you just a homebody? Like you don't leave the house unless you kind of have to?
Yeah, and I have really stylish pajamas too. So it's like if I need to run to Rite Aid, it's cool.
But how are you not 400 pounds?
That's a good question, actually.
If I spent
I
2
don't
years in
know.
my pajamas,
I
I would smoke weed and eat all day long, and I would be fatter than fat.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. I really don't know. I like read this report at the doctor that said, if you're not taking like 400 steps a day, then you're living, you're not living an active lifestyle. And I was like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Well, you need a bigger house then.
You do that when you're on tour, but not when you're at home
No.
necessarily.
No, there's a song
Jeremy,
about it on the record.
I
there?
heard that you had a fun day that involved shooting a gun.
Oh no, oh no, Jeremy, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Tell us about that day off.
Yeah, I don't know. I like to be a hillbilly and go out and shoot some guns sometimes. Out in the middle of nowhere. It's all target practice.
Sure.
Well,
Sure.
not practice. It was just target shooting.
Sure.
Was there a story that involved B.O.B. and a gun?
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess we've hung out with him several times, and we always really hit it off, and we talked about hanging out, so he came to my neck of the woods.
Yeah, he did.
And that was probably
And he was
just some
armed?
of it. Yeah.
Quite literally the woods.
Yeah. Yeah. I took him out to the middle of nowhere and was like, okay, I hope your car is ready to get dirty because we're going to go mudding and all that. So it was
You guys are on Buck Wild. I mean, that's your life, right?
good. Yeah. You know.
Is everyone still living in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yes.
Any plans to move? Any thoughts about that?
I mean, I spend 50% of my time out here anyways. I have a boyfriend here, friends here, my mom's out here sometimes. So I mean, I really like it, but there's nothing like Nashville. There really isn't.
Yeah. And how about you, Taylor? We heard from the others. How about you? What did you do that was fun when you guys weren't working?
Oh man.
Or do you just sit and play guitar all day?
I don't, but that is kind of my hobbies are kind of all music, which is really depressing sometimes. I'm like, wow, this is all I do, and I still am not good at it.
Shut up.
But all my family lives in Nashville, so I've got a niece and a newborn nephew, so it's kind of like family time, and really sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
It has to,
Nothing wrong with
at some
that.
point, though, there has to be that bug that says, we had a great time on the road and sure would
Yes.
love to get back out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That has to be hitting you sometimes.
That was hitting us like, a few weeks into being off. And then it was like, then we got really used to writing and that was comfortable. And I think all of us are ready to play shows.
And when is that going to happen? What are the plans for touring? April 9th it comes out, right? The CD comes out.
We're gonna do some shows before then.
February.
In February we are. Soundwave in Australia.
Well, that's convenient for our listeners. Thank you.
First show in Thailand. Got any listeners in Thailand?
We have a lot in
Perfect.
Thailand.
Okay, good.
We're huge in Thailand.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Sponsored by
Number one in
airplanes.
Indonesia, in fact. With this, you mentioned 17 songs on the new record.
Yeah.
But I think some of them are kind of bogus because, like, one of them's named Part 2, and that just seems like you're just padding it, really. Were there other songs that you kind of left behind that'll end up being on another, like, version of your singles club where you kind of release them sporadically throughout the next couple of years, too?
Yeah, we still have a couple B-sides and a couple songs that we never ended up recording yet because honestly we ran out of time in the we had so much time, but there were just too many songs to finish recording.
That's a nice problem to have.
That
Yeah,
is.
exactly. We're not that band, so this was a new experience for us. But we're gonna use Taylor's home studio and record a bunch next year and do more singles club type stuff.
What's different about the way you write songs that you ended up in a completely different place than you usually do?
It was just really liberating. I think the fact that no one was shooting anyone down, it was just like, let's just try everything. We don't know anything. There was this real naive excitement, that we just felt like we were starting over. So why not try everything,
You hear that, Jeremy? No one's shooting anybody. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it sounds like a great time to be in Paramore and a great time ahead for Paramore fans because it sounds like it's all happening. We just heard that brand new song. I'm sure we'll be hearing it a lot on Kroq. In fact, the next time we see you guys, our listeners will hate you because they will have heard that song so much on Kroq.
Sorry.
But the album comes out in April, and we'll keep our eyes peeled for the tour. And it just sounds it's just so great to have you guys back. We really missed you.
Thank you.
I missed you guys.
Yeah,
You
we
guys as
did.
well.
This is awesome. This really does mean that it's real. It feels like we're doing what we're supposed to be doing now.
Well, we're happy that you're doing it.
Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful to see you again. Haley, Jeremy, Taylor, you can follow them online at paramore.net and on Twitter at Paramore. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for coming by.
Woo!